Hey gang, it's Chlo here, and this is my first video back on the channel that's like not a vlog, it's an actual video that I've thought of and put effort into. In this video, I'm going to be looking at, it's not right next to me, it's in the drawer somewhere, at an old graphics tablet and seeing how you can make art in 2022, whether a tablet like this is good. Make art on free programs, basically art on a budget. I paid around £50 for it, which actually is like a chunk of money, so you can get cheaper ones than that, but compared to my iPad, it's like, you know, huge difference. So we're going to be having a look at how this tablet performs, how Medibang Paint performs. Let's get started. Let's have a look back through my old artwork. Most of these are from Medibang Paint that I drew on my old tablet, and actually this one I still sell as a print because I never sold out of them and I still have them to sell. I don't actually hate it, to be fair. It's alright. I quite like the trees. I remember doing a lot of these Bongo Stray Dogs. They were originally going to be keychains, like double-sided ones, so he has two different faces, but he's meant to like flip around. Her head looks a bit big. I don't really draw like this anymore either. This one I drew on paint. I remember drawing this because this was for my old channel. It was like a drawing on paint challenge. It's one of the bell ones in the folder. I don't know what I was going on with this style, but I still kind of like the hands. Like I do my, so I have two different art styles, and one of them's a bit more like Sonic-ish style, and the other one's a bit more, you know, realistic. But this kind of style reminds me of my Sonic style, and the line art on this is quite clean. I don't think I've ever done line art this clean on my iPad, you know? I didn't used to draw with my tablet that much because I hated sitting on my PC for so long. What have I got on here? Oh, good grief. Okay. An ancient relic. What is this? Look, oh, so bit. I hate that. I hate it. Okay, enough of that. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, why is it white? What are the hands? Okay, so I remember doing this as a collaboration with Channel Frederator. The whole task was to draw like really cursed ships. So I picked this, and I remember a lot of people gave me hate for it. Not really sure why. It was just a joke. It's the highlights. Why are there so many of them? Oh god. Okay. I kind of like the line art on the Medibang Paint ones. Yep. Let's say nothing more about that. This one could be a contender because I'm still very much into Stardew Valley, and this is, I feel like it's not like one of the terrible ones, but it's also not good at all. Like it's all like really muddy looking, the shading. I think I fell victim to being used the airbrush too much kind of person. It looks quite, I suppose, anime, so I suppose I could like change it up to match my style a bit. It looks like just like an anime version of Shane, whereas I think Shane's jaw is a little bit like longer in the game and stuff. He looks a little bit more like older, whereas he doesn't here. I don't know why this is here. My oldest OCs, and he's had a bit of a glow up since this. I think I've changed his clothing entirely. I fall victim to the big head syndrome. I still do it now sometimes, to be honest. I have to shrink the head down. This was alright. Here was where I started to get a little bit used to drawing digitally a little bit. As you can see, that my shading is a little bit better than some of the others, but still with these like white highlights that I do, I don't know, or did. This was inspired by an Owl City song. Gosh, I really tried. This one was also a print that I still kind of like this one. This one, out of all of them, is probably my favourite one. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to redraw this. I had to install the Wacom driver for this tablet. Just installing that driver meant that all my buttons and that has suddenly started working, so now I've got the eyedropper, woohoo, and then the other button is like a zoom in thingy. So I've inserted a picture or reference of Shane into Medibang Paint and then my old drawing that I did of him, and I'm gonna try and draw him, sketch him out. I said that this was going to be a challenge using just my Wacom tablet, nothing else. It's actually more responsive than I remember it being, so I'm actually kind of impressed about that. I should be wearing my glasses. Let me put my glasses on. I was gonna say, oh, I can't see. I've got my bloody glasses on. Ah. I have a headset and a beanie on, so I'm trying to shove my glasses on my face. That's gonna give me a headache. Oh, the irony. Glasses are supposed to stop me from getting headaches, but yeah, no, here we are. Oh my god, I just did the Procreate thing, where I drew a line and then I held it, waiting for it to straighten up. Oh dear. Okay, so we have a little bit of a base here, just sketched out a very rough. It's very weird drawing on this tablet, but it's not like horrible. It's just something that I've grown out of practice with. It's been kind of nice just doing it again. Medibang Paint is a pretty solid choice for especially free programs. We're gonna throw in some details, add in the actual shapes of Shane. I also find that the flip canvas button over here, that where you can flip to see if you've got everything all good, that is nicer on Medibang Paint than it is on Procreate, because on Procreate you have to go through a transformation tool or like a menus to flip the canvas, whereas this button is just conveniently here. You can flip it as much as you want. Bloody hell, that's something I keep accidentally doing as I'm drawing. I hit the button on the pen that zooms out. Oh, one thing I need to remember, the save. There's not, I don't know in the update, but I don't think there's an autosave. I'm so used to Procreate just, you know, auto-saving. I risk totally losing everything because I forget the saves. No, I kind of want it like the hoodie over the top of it, so it looks like he's nestled in. Okay, so I think I'm done with the sketch. I take ages doing the sketch. In the original drawing, I made him look too young. I think he's meant to be one of the other bachelors in Stardew Valley, so I made him look a little bit older and tired and like he hates everything except pizza and chickens. At the moment, I've been experimenting with like using the sketch as line art and different line art brushes, but I am gonna do line art for this just because I usually do line art and I want to test out the line art brushes. I don't know what to use. That's pretty controlled. Oh god, it's so hard.
Nice.
I wonder whether zooming out would actually be easier. I saw this little box. I forgot this was a thing. So instead of using, because I was like, oh, having to use these sliders. No, this little box is so handy. Okay, so I think the line art is pretty much done. I always think it looks so much better with the shading, the little lines and shading in the underneath. Either that or just before a messier brush. I don't know, I'm still figuring out my line art, but this is what I've always been used to. I cannot make up my mind in regards to line art, but this is what we're going to go with for now. Now on Procreate you drag the colour and drop it in, whereas here we've got the fill bucket. They do quite like a big variation in line weight when other people do it. It's always a different story, isn't it, when somebody else does it compared to you. So before this program I actually used to use GIMP a lot, and I still have it. You can see it on my taskbar down here. I still have it, and actually that would be quite interesting to go back and make art on GIMP. Okay, so we've added all the base colours in, and to be honest I've been working on this all day. It's been taking me this long, so I'm probably going to come back tomorrow and try and finish it. Add in his like beard. I wish you could see it change as you move the slider. I'm also going to maybe play around with the line art a bit as well. Something about drawing on an actual computer tablet feels like nice again. It feels like, in a way, the iPad is cheating a little bit, and it feels like I'm doing it the proper way. Like, this is the proper way you're meant to do digital art. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like that. Give him a little soft blush. Look at him. He's so angry. Angry pizza man. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna go back a bit more orangey. Yeah, we'll go with something like that. Where did I do the lighting on my old? I don't think I knew. I don't think I had a bloody clue where the light was coming from. You just say it's coming from over here. This is why they say that you should compare yourself to your old work and redraw your own work, because the glow up, my gosh. Right, let's put away that hideous thing. The light is coming from over here. Let's draw a big old sun. Sun. We're on to the next day now, so I'm going to continue on with what I'm doing here. Hopefully try and get this finished today. I'm usually quite slow at drawing, but I've dedicated 2 whole days to doing this. Oh, for God's sake, go away, Steam. Okay, so we're pretty much nearly done with this piece. I just gotta do the touch-up rendering bits that I do on top of the line art layer, the highlights, and the backgrounds. So they're the last few steps. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's been really strange, like working like this, but it's been really fun. So here we are, here is the finished piece. Shane, my first ever Stardew Valley husband. Not my current choice nowadays, but he was really fun to go back and revisit and draw again, and I actually think I captured the likeness of his actual character way more in this drawing than I did in the original. Here are the two compared side by side. As you can see, my newer one is a lot more saturated in colour, which I tend to prefer nowadays. Proportions is probably the main difference with it. I tend to have drawn like very big heads. Like I mentioned earlier, I still do that. This challenge is very good to go back and, you know, compare yourself to your own work. So the question that was asking, I wanted to know the answer to, is a Wacom Intuos really old? It's a budget tablet. Is that good still to use with free program like Medibang Paint in 2022? The answer is absolutely yes, it is. I honestly can't see that much difference between the artwork I've made today on this tablet and Medibang Paint and the artwork I make on Procreate on my iPad. Medibang Paint's brushes, they're very good. They've got a really good selection. The program itself is actually still holds up really well. It does definitely compete with Procreate. There are definitely features that I preferred in Medibang Paint, like the flip canvas tool. I really like that button, that was really useful. You do not need an iPad to make artwork. It's just learning the skills, which is what I did over time whilst using my iPad. And if you go back and look at some of my very first artworks on my iPad, they are, you know, not that great. We can look at this example here. Obviously my art style's changed completely since I drew this, but there's like next to no really definition in the shading and stuff, which I didn't used to do that much. That's just a personal thing that I prefer. I was actually going to get rid of this tablet, but you know what, I think I'll keep it. I might play around with Medibang Paint again someday. I might even go around and try out, like I said, GIMP. Might go try Photoshop. Might even try, there's a few other free programs. There's one called Critter and there's one called, the name has just escaped me. It's gone. Brain stopped. Brain.exe has stopped working. New setting, new environment. That's not how I wanted to start things. Go back to like my usual roots of... It's Chlo here. Awkward as heck. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a script.